From the PEP Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are following at this hour. George Wendt, an actor with an everyman charm, who played the affable, beer-loving barfly Noem on the hit 1980s TV comedy Cheers, and later crafted a stage career that took him to Broadway in Art, Hairspray, and Elf, has died. He was 76. Wendt's family said he died early Tuesday morning peacefully in his sleep while at home, according to the publicity firm The Agency Group. George was a doting family man, a well-loved friend and confidant to all of those lucky enough to have known him, the family said in a statement. He will be missed forever. The family has requested privacy during this time. Despite a long career of roles on stage and on television, it was as gentle and henpecked Norm Peterson on Cheers that he was most associated, earning 6 straight Emmy Award nominations for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series from 1984 to 1989. The series was centered on lovable losers in a Boston bar and starred Ted Danson, Shelley Long, Rhea Perlman, Kelsey Grammer, John Ratzenberger, Kirstie Alley, and Woody Harrelson. It would spin off another mega hit in Frasier and was nominated for an astounding 117 Emmy Awards, winning 28 of them. In other news, Israeli forces killed at least 55 Palestinians in airstrikes in Gaza on Tuesday, local medics said, continuing to bombard the enclave despite mounting international pressure to halt military operations and allow unimpeded deliveries of aid. Britain announced it was suspending trade talks with Israel and summoning its ambassador over egregious policies in the occupied West Bank and Gaza, while European Union Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas asked for a review of the EU-Israel trade deal, according to Dutch news agency ANP. Clearly, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem knows little about the U.S. Constitution. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says the constitutional provision that allows people to legally challenge their detention by the government is actually a tool the Trump administration can use in its broader crackdown at the U.S. Mexico border. She called habeas corpus a constitutional right that the president has to be able to remove people from this country and suspend their rights. Noem, testifying before a congressional committee Tuesday, gave that response when asked by Senator Maggie Hassan to define the legal concept. That's incorrect, the New Hampshire Democrat swiftly interrupted Noem, defining the legal principle that requires that the government provide a public reason for detaining and imprisoning people. Hassan, a former attorney who practiced in Boston, went on to call habeas corpus the foundational right that separates free societies like America from police states like North Korea. The back and forth follows comments by White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller, who said earlier this month that President Donald Trump is looking for ways to expand his administration's legal power to deport migrants who are in the United States illegally. To achieve that, Miller said the administration is actively looking at suspending habeas corpus. And we close with this news from Pennsylvania. At its May 14th meeting, Easton City Council passed a resolution titled Resolution Declaring the City of Easton, PA, an affirming city for LGBTQ+ community, affirming those members' right to care, which announced the Pennsylvania city's support of the LGBTQ+ community and noted how that support will be carried out. Councilmember Frank Pittibone introduced the resolution with support from Easton Mayor Sal Panto. The resolution passed unanimously with a 6-0 vote. Eastern PA Trans Equity Project initiated the resolution's introduction and passage. Easton has a vibrant and active LGBTQ community, said Corinne Goodwin, the executive director of Eastern PA Trans Equity Project. There are community events there almost every week. They really came out in force to support the resolution. For example, there was Brad Scott Smith, she added. He's a DJ and a member of the community who hosts events in Easton all the time. Very well known. He came out and spoke at the council meeting, as did a lot of community members and allies, as well as groups like the Main Street Alliance and others. In addition, the Equity Project negotiated and contributed to crafting the resolution's legislative language. That's the news at this hour. Download the Live 365 app to take PEP Radio with you when you are on the go. If you are watching our news videos on YouTube, please subscribe to the PEP Radio channel. Up next is the local weather forecast for Meadville here on PEP Radio.